Yo guys, welcome to my first ever rebuild video. In today's video, we will be rebuilding the Lakers, and I'm giving myself 2 seasons to do this rebuild, and we can see if after all the retooling of the roster, we can win a championship. Before we get started, I do want to say that I want these rebuilds to be somewhat realistic when we do the trades, or just really anything else within the rebuild, so the settings are realistic, except I turned off injuries. Now, taking a look at the Lakers roster, obviously, you guys, most of you know what it looks like today, but yeah, I think what I'm planning on in this video is I think I'm going to keep LeBron, trade Anthony Davis, trade Westbrook if I can, and just kind of build around LeBron. And like I said, I'm giving myself 2 seasons, so see whether we can win a championship within the next couple seasons, retooling the roster that way. LeBron obviously is under contract for this year plus 2 more. AD the same, except the final year is a player option for him. And then Westbrook, as you guys know, is an expiring, but that number is just huge. So we'll try to trade him as well. Which, as I said before, I want these trades to be realistic. So obviously in real life, they're can't really trade him. They're not really finding anyone who wants him, who will take on that money. But we'll see what we can do here. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into things here. Taking a look at the Lakers' future draft picks. Obviously we know they don't have much going on there. They have, the couple first later on that they can use. But jumping into the first trade here, like I said, I'm going to trade Anthony Davis, going to try to, and I know the Blazers maybe wouldn't do this in real life. I don't know if they would do this in real life. Let me know what you guys think. I actually had to throw in, though, so as you see, it's Shaedon Sharpe and Jeremy Grant, but I actually had to throw in a couple picks on the Lakers side to make things work, so I threw in a first, and then I had to throw in a second or 2 to make it go through. And I know maybe that wouldn't happen. They might not be the most realistic, but just to make it work, it was an Anthony Davis for Shaedon Sharpe and Jeremy Grant trade. But now moving on to Westbrook. Like I said, I want to get Westbrook off the squad, out of the locker room. And I think these couple have been talked about, in real life as possible options. Obviously the Lakers would have to include 1 or 2 first-round picks for the trade to go through. But, with the Hornets or with the Pacers. So I'm actually thinking about doing this Gordon Hayward one. And unfortunately, I didn't have a first-round pick I could use. So what ended up happening is I just threw in all 3 of my second-round picks here. It's not the most realistic thing in the world, but this trade ended up going through. 3 second-round picks, just pretend they're first-round and second-round picks, for Gordon Hayward, so not bad there. But yeah, this is what the roster looks like now. Obviously, you take out AD and Westbrook, and then you put in Shaedon Sharpe, Jeremy Grant, and then Gordon Hayward, not Mason Plumlee. So those 3 guys, and then I ended up trading. As I said, we have Mason Plumlee on the team, but I figured we needed another big. Those two can kind of split minutes between the 5, Hartenstein and Plumlee. And yeah, so that's what I did there. They're in the front court then with Jeremy Grant and LeBron, and then also Hayward will probably get some minutes at the 3 and 4. But yeah, this is what the team is looking like. Not a bad 9 to 10 man rotation. I'm kind of thinking that this year is just going to be like I'm not expecting this team to win a championship this year. I'm kind of just trying to build going into the offseason and then next year. And then I'm hoping next year after what I'm hoping is we can get we kind of free up a max slot for the offseason, sign a max free agent to pair with LeBron, some good surrounding pieces, maybe keeping a guy or two from this roster, and then that would be the team I'd try to win the championship with. But yeah, this year I highly doubt we are, as we're off to a good start though. We're 15-7, so not bad. Oh, and by the way, this trade came up, and maybe the Lakers would, maybe they would do it in real life. I don't know, but I think for just roster construction around LeBron, Grayson makes a lot more sense. We know LeBron likes having those shooters. Well, not always, but shooters usually play well with LeBron. It just makes sense, right? So we're going to go ahead and acquire Grayson Allen there, basically for Lonnie Walker straight up. So it just gives us another shooting option at the worst. He's like a 6th, 7th man. But yeah, so as I was saying before, though, not expecting a championship this year, just building to next year, and then hopefully next year is the year. And we're only going to do 2 seasons. Maybe future rebuilds and things will, maybe I'll do some where it's 3, 4, 5 seasons, maybe just a season. We'll see. But this one will just be a couple seasons. As you see, we're struggling right now. We're really struggling. December was rough for us. January's starting off better though. January's definitely starting off better. We got 5 wins in a row. Sixers, some tough wins too. Nuggets, Mavs, Schroeder right there, and that went off. 31-point game, not bad. But you have 6 in a row, 5 in a row, whatever it was, not too bad there. We beat the 76ers. We crushed the Rockets by 40 plus. 7-game win streak, I think. Not bad. Yeah, 28-17 now. Beat the Grizzlies. So we're doing well here. And I don't think I'll do anything at the trade deadline. We already made a ton of trades. I'll kind of let things ride out and then go into the offseason and just see where we're at. So we're sitting at 30-22, All-Star break right around the corner here. Dropped a couple, and we beat OKC there. We got the Bucks, Warriors, Blazers, Pelicans before the break. That's a tough stretch. Crushed the Warriors, though. Wow. By 30, beat the Pelicans. Now we're at All-Star break. Warriors, we beat 34-26. Okay, 35-27. So 8 above 500. Not bad. So as you can see, we're kind of passing. We're at the contract extension deadline. So there's a bunch of guys who will want to re-sign. Like I said, I do want to have a max slot this offseason. So I ended up actually extending Hayward for only $9 million a year. I just thought it was a decent deal, so I took it. A couple years, but he's also a guy we can trade in the offseason to free up a max spot if we choose to go that route. There's Beverly. I think we're fine without Beverly. He's also 34, going to be 35, and we have Schroeder, who we can also re-sign, who can just be that backup point guard, or I don't think I'll start either one of them next year, because I think that max free agent I'll try to get a guard, and they'll obviously start over these guys. But yeah, also Mason Plumlee was interested, 2-year minimum deal, so I just took that. Not a bad backup big for the minimum. Grayson Allen, wanted $4 to $4.5, $5 million, and I just decided I think we're fine without him. Even though I made that trade, I think, I don't think we can. If we want a max spot, we're not going to be able to afford paying Grayson, $5 million a year. So yeah, I decided not to extend him. We can also rethink that in the offseason. We can all go back, and if he's interested and we're interested in re-signing him, we can go ahead and do that then. But as you see, we're heading into April now, heading into the offseason now, or not the offseason, the playoffs. As you see, the awards here: Luka MVP, and not surprising there. But all NBA teams. The All NBA second team was LeBron, so we had him on All NBA team there. And then, as you see, Shaedon Sharpe actually was All Rookie second team. So those were our 2 All NBA, All Rookie team guys. And here is the playoff bracket for us. We are the 6 seed going against the 3 seed Grizzlies. So, yeah, interesting matchup. 6 seed is kind of what I expected. I thought we were good enough. You know, we just barely avoided the play-in game now that I'm thinking about it. You know, the 7 seed gets in the play-in game. So we barely escaped, you know, with the 6 seed, which is nice. Don't have to worry about the play-in game and playing those, you know, those games. But yeah, as you see, I'm just adjusting the rotation, kind of giving our good guys higher minutes. Haven't cut down the rotation, you know, to like 8 or 9 yet. We might do that mid-series, but yeah, just kind of giving our guys more minutes here. You know, Grayson's fine at 24, but, you know, most of these other guys should be playing more minutes. Even LeBron I kept at 35 just so he's not... I probably should have bumped that up a few more, but I just didn't want to kill LeBron in the first few games of this series here. As you can see, Phoenix and Denver moved on from the play-in game on the Western Conference side. So yeah, heading into our series now, though. Got a couple on the road here in Memphis. Hopefully we can start off right. As you see, the Sixers and Raptors got it there. The Bucks are the 5 seed. Wow. Bucks Boston are facing off in the first round. That's an interesting first round matchup. But here we go. Starting our series against the Grizzlies. Let's start it off right here. Let's start it off right with a win. Can we get it? No, we drop the first one. Second game, all tied up. We take one on the road. That's nice, although that's not nice. Down 3-1. Probably should have made adjustments after the first game or two. But now we're going to cut down the rotation. Now we're going to slim down these guys' minutes and give more to our best players. I think I just cut Reeves out of the rotation completely. And then, yeah, we really upped LeBron's minutes. Even, I don't know. I probably should have given some of these guys more minutes too. LeBron, you know, I could have given 40, low 40s. But I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But I also want to make a few other adjustments, just like, you know, on top of the minutes adjustments, the rotation adjustments. I want to make just some small changes maybe to the offense and defense. So, you know, the points of emphasis here, offensive focus. I decided it probably makes sense to play through LeBron, right? So we went ahead and play through Star. That makes the most sense. Try to have LeBron carry us just because we don't have the great team around him. And I was thinking Grizzlies probably protect the paint. That's where Ja likes to be. But I just kept it at neutral. And we can also, you know, adjust that at a later time. But yeah, kept that for now. And we'll see how it works. We win. We lose. Epic 7-game series. We almost came back from down 3-1. I'm actually a little bit surprised we did that well, considering our roster this year. You know, the Grizzlies are a 3 seed, and we almost came back down 3-1. That's not bad. And as you guys know, we have New Orleans pick, so we are at 29, and so not great. Not a great selection. We're not going to get anyone special here. I didn't really scout either, and I kind of just drafted this guy without really even putting much thought into it. But he ended up, I don't know. As you guys will see here, though, guess who ends up with Victor Wembanyama? The Golden State Warriors land Victor Wembanyama. I don't know how. Don't ask me. But our guys, you know, 18, 71 overall, that could be a lot worse. That's not bad. But like I said, going into the free agency, I wanted to sign a max free agent. Kyrie to the Lakers, probably kind of a realistic option. You know, maybe not for $48 million like he's asking. But Kyrie to the Lakers is interesting. And might happen, in the next year or two sometime. So we'll see. But with that being said, if I need that max spot, I need to clear salary. Gordon Hayward, I extended, but this shred a little bit of salary. I forget how much exactly. The Grayson Allen move that I just did, shred some salary. Dennis Schroeder, shred some salary. Those are probably some unrealistic trades, but and then we got Precious Achiuwa for Hartenstein, that shred salary, and now we can afford Kyrie. So we offered Kyrie. I offered Harden as well. I mean, I don't think Harden and LeBron on the same team makes a lot of sense, but just because he's a 90 overall, so we could use him. For that reason, I offered him a max, and then kind of as an emergency backup plan, I decided to offer Van Vliet just in case we don't get one of those couple top guys. And those will be the main guys we focus on. We'll try to pick up one or two other pieces. As you see, Jeremy Grant's right there. But we will try to pick up another piece or two to try to fit in well with hopefully one of the top guys we get, to pair with LeBron. As you see, we advance. And Kyrie agrees with us. And Harden signs with the Sixers, okay. But Kyrie agrees with us. And we go ahead and sign him. So, LeBron, Kyrie on the Lakers, okay. Not a bad duo there, but the rest of our team is pretty thin. We only really have like 6 guys who will play for us on the roster currently. So we do need to fill out the roster for sure. And we don't have a lot of money though. So we're going to have to be smart. I mean, I probably, now that I'm thinking about it, trading Sharp probably would have been a good move. As you see, we try to re-sign Jeremy Grant here, which I think we might have his bird rights or something. That's why we're allowed to sign him, because otherwise I don't think we would have the money to. But yeah, now that I think about it, I think trading, I should say, Shaedon Sharp might have been the move to try to get a win now piece. After his value rose a little bit, going into this next season. But yeah, I mean, as you see, we're trying to pick off a guy or two who could fit in well with Kyrie and LeBron. These guys are too expensive. It's mainly going to have to be minimum or near minimum guys, like pretty much at the minimum, I should say. Campaign here, I try to get as a backup 6-man kind of guy. We offer, we'll see, and then because yeah, I think we're thin pretty much everywhere, I guess I should say, but especially we need that backup guard or secondary ball handler to go along with Kyrie and LeBron. But we do get Jeremy Grant to sign. That's huge. That's massive. Will Barton's another guy I try to go after. Near minimum $3 million a year kind of guy there. We'll see if we can pick him up. Just trying to go for good fits. Like I said, Alec Burks another good fit. 3-and-D kind of guy. Makes a lot of sense on this Lakers team, right? So Alec Burks, we try to go after. We see, even if we can get one of them, I'll take. Aaron Holiday's another guy we go after, about $4 million. But I really like Aaron Holiday, good all-around guy, good backup point guard, could even, start games if needed. So, yeah. We decline Payne because we're signing Aaron Holiday. I'd rather have Aaron Holiday for that defense. But we're not able to sign Barton. We're not able to sign Burks or Barton because we're over the cap after signing Holiday. But nonetheless, we still got him. So LeBron, Kyrie, Bogdanovich, Grant, Plumlee, Achiuwa, Aaron Holiday, Sharp. I like that rotation personally. Like I said, I think I would have probably tried to trade Sharp for another win now piece. As you see, we pick up Niang for the minimum or offer it. But I ended up keeping Sharp and holding on to him. We got Niang too, I believe. So yeah, everyone's getting worse except Sharp went up 3, Achiuwa went up a couple. So yeah, Niang's on the roster. Everyone else kind of just went down or stayed the same, unfortunately. But jumping into this next year, and before I go any farther, I just want to say I was actually on a time crunch for recording this last season because my recording was about to expire, unfortunately. So, as you see, we go through this season very, very quickly, but we're off to a good start. 13-7. But, yeah, that's just something. So, I'll be better as far as, not having to rush through the final season, important season, for the next rebuild for sure. But also the other thing I was going to bring up is I forgot throughout this rebuild to show player stats and like updated player stats and standings throughout the rebuild. And that's something I will make sure to do next time in the next rebuild, just so you guys are aware of who's performing, who's not performing, and where we are in the standings and just where the entire NBA is in where people sit at in the standings. So I'll be sure to do that next time, but I kind of forgot to do that throughout this rebuild. But it's my first rebuild, so I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, but we will, sharpen things up for the next one. And now you can see in the month of January and going into February, we absolutely collapsed. We were like 6 games above 500 at one point, and now we're 7 below at the All-Star break. I mean, I just don't get it, because we're literally going to miss the playoffs with a team that, I don't know, it's pretty good. It's not bad. And we're 7 games below going into April. I guess 6 below going in April. Oh, no, 5 below going in April. And we're winning. We're winning. We might actually make the playoffs. Nope, we dropped 3. Nope. There's almost no way. Luka wins MVP again. But yeah, there's just no. Oh my God. We missed the play-in game. We didn't even make the play-in. We weren't even a 9 seed. So that is unfortunate right there. Wow. So we're just going to head and sim the year. Man, that's disappointing. Cavs-Pelicans finals. Very, very disappointing. The only thing I'll say is, tell me how this roster doesn't make the play-in game. I just don't get it. But like I said before, it is our first rebuild. We will get better and figure things out as we go. And if you guys make it to this point in the video, let me know in the comments below what rebuild video or just simulation type video I should do next. But anyways, I appreciate everyone for watching. Peace out, guys.